Welcome to the channel, guys. In continuation with my previous video, right, around current ratio, GIC ratio, and I did mention the interest coverage ratio. So I just wanted to go quickly, go on to that. So you see that EBIT, right? Many of you guys who understand accounting, it is much simpler for you. What is EBT? What is interest expense? Yes. So EBT is essentially earning before interest and taxes. That's EBIT, right? EBIT. So now look at this formula that we have that says, earning before interest and taxes, and the denominator we have interest expenses. So now look at that. So basically, what you're looking at here, looking at whatever the interest expense that we have, and based on operating profit or say EBIT, how much stronger we are with respect to the debt, right? For any company, right? On a daily to daily life, right? I mean, of course, ignore that credit is default and all, but fundamentally to run that company, if they have taken loans or any other thing that's gonna be expense, yeah. So keeping that in mind, the interest payable, how EBIT is stronger with respect to the interest payable. See that way, yeah. Look at this one. This is one of the example I just saw. I mean, just to understand. So this income statement, right? Revenue, I hope you understand. And then the cost of goods sold. So whatever raw material, they've got it. It could be, for example, Asian Paint. It could be oil and all those things, stuff that that buying from the market, and the cost of those stuff here. In this scenario, it's a different company altogether. So yeah, and then we have the revenue at the top of that, so we are automatically deducting that revenue minus the costs. That's what you high level, that's a gross profit. But then we have to also pay the salary to the employee, a rent if they have leased out something, utilities, you understand, and then the depreciation is something we can take in index one. So on a high level, what happens, you buy an machinery, right? Let's say, for example, Asian Paints maybe, right? And there's a machinery that they have bought, and that basically mixes all those raw material, put it as a final output, that's a paint, right? So let's say you have bought a product of, let's say, 5 million now, but you know that this machine or the system, whatever you have brought in place, will last for at least 10 years. What do you do? That amount divided by 10, and you deduct that. So actually expense has already occurred in some way, yeah? But you understand, right? We don't want to just show that we are losing, making a loss making company. So that way there's a provision to have depreciation. That's depreciation. So that's operating profit. That's this number. And the interest expenses, now they have taken a loan. I mean, I'm just taking a specific example. When they were paying interest, keeping that in mind, simple. So operating profit divided by what? Your interest expense. That's essentially, if you look at this number, this is, I've just computed it just for your sake. This number, that's EBIT, operating profit, and then interest. So we are just ignoring interest expenses and the taxes. I'm just considering this number 8580000 by the expense comes out how much? It comes out 2.86, and that's the same number. Even this is from the example I just picked up just to show it. So yeah, so now coming to the skinner that we have last time. Yeah, we can just get in there. Yeah, and then we can just show it skinner, the one we tried last time. Just open a new window here. Yes, let me see. Sometimes it's a buggy. Just pick out the same skinner, the one we stored last time. So here we're talking about interest coverage ratio. So yeah, normally, so I have picked it as a 4, right? You can pick your own. So what I'm trying to do here is I'm just trying to just get a skin interest coverage ratio 4. Now I won't apply this filter. I just want to have a quick on maybe return on equity. return equity 5 years, and that's 15. Then we apply other filter. That makes sense. So 667 companies that have a return on equity 5 years, 15, and now we add interest coverage ratio on top of it. So we understand. I'm picking 4, but you can choose your maybe 2. I saw somewhere 2. Now say out from 677, we're getting around how many? We are getting a list of 529. On top of that, what we'll do now, we'll add our favorite 2 ratios that I love it. Would be your quick ratio and current ratio all together. Quick ratio 1 and current ratio 1. Also, ideally the book value should be greater than 0. I'm just 392. That's wonderful, right? Just because you mean interest coverage and this you have reduced significantly, you get my point. And with certain more factors like Tversky score or Graham number, you can just look at few more, and then and one filter that I know of would be one more. I'm not covered on my video till yet, but I'll just have this. And this we have to look at across the peer group. For now, I'm just for the safeguard, I'm just putting a number 10. Okay, you can have your 5. Not all the companies will have the reason, but and greater than 5 is usually good. I'll just pick 5 itself, and that would be 392. This ratio will cover in some other videos. Yeah, so that's 386. All are making more than that. And so now with I think 10, and you can have your something like promoter holding 323 if you make it that way. I think I won't keep it for 10. Just on this query, I'll just save this one in case you see. Just put it. It's very common, so I'll just save it as maybe something unusual. 1 YT, maybe YT1. Let me just save it for now in case you want to search it. I'm making it public just for now. I'm not saying this is everything, but just for the sake of, you can just come again and go to the screen, and if you just search by the name, it should appear somewhere. Data analyst, not that way. I need to get into screens first, and then there will be a way to show all the screens, and then you can search either any other field that you want to do that. Okay, let's see if this picks up or not. Luckily we got it, so it's fine. You can just do that. Hope this was useful. Thank you for being here. Good day.